What's going on, campers? Campfacer here today. We're at camp. Welcome to Camp Campers, Camp Army, Camp Nation. Thank you for coming and to join us. Today at camp, we are going to dive into my top 10 favorite summertime campy movies, you guys. That goes for family-oriented movies, horror movies, anything goes. What I mean is movies that you mostly want to watch during the summer, and when you watch it, you want to go boating, fishing, to the beach with your friends, go camping, hiking, all that good stuff. So come and join me, shall you, campers?
Campfacer.
So in today's video, we're going to talk about summertime feel-good campy movies. I'm talking about movies that make you want to watch, or make me want to watch these movies, mostly at this time of year in the summer. It could be horror movies, it could be comedy movies, family-oriented movies, but I'm talking about the movies that have lakes in them, campgrounds, just fun. You watch it, again, the weather outside is beautiful. You can go swimming. It makes you want to go dive in a lake, get in a boat, go camping with your friends, and hang out. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you guys my top 10 favorite campy summertime films of all time from the 80s, 90s, present. So we're going to check this out and we're going to dive into this, you guys. But before we get into this video, I want to say, make sure you guys like, subscribe to my channel, check it out. It's a one-stop shop for horror movies, collectibles, vlogging, gaming, and more. Welcome to camp. I'm going to leave surfing, beach movies out of this category because there's too many of those and they're a little bit different. Although they make you feel good like going to the beach in the summer, these are different. Starting at number 10, we got Harry and the Hendersons. Now, who doesn't like Harry and the Hendersons? What a great, campy, feel-good, family-oriented film. You got the Bigfoot, Harry himself. You got George Henderson, you got cheeseburgers, you got them trying to kidnap a Sasquatch in their house, and they get into trouble and they don't realize that they made a big mistake and they gotta get him back out into the woods without him getting shot and hunted down by everybody in the town. It's just one of those family movies from the 80s, and it delivered. It was awesome. Who doesn't like Harry and the Hendersons? Coming in at number 9, we have Up the Creek from the 80s. Now, this movie is more on the adult side, inappropriate language, nudity, all that good stuff in this film. It's more of a party, college type thing. This movie is about whitewater rafting. It's about a race of college students, and whoever comes in first down the river, if I remember correctly, gets to graduate from college, and they're the winners. And along the way in the movie, there's a lot going on. People are stopping to camp on the side of the river overnight and then get back to it the next morning, but there's somebody trying to sabotage each other, so they come in last. It's one of those fun movies you gotta see. It's kind of cheesy, but fun at the same time. And check out Up the Creek. Up the Creek should probably be number 1 or number 2, but I had to put it where it is. And what a great film. I gotta watch Up the Creek again. I might just do that. Coming in at number 8, River Wild. It's starring Meryl Streep, Kevin Bacon. Now, River Wild is one of those ones that they go whitewater rafting, and Kevin Bacon plays a bad guy, and he's trying to make his way through the river, and he ends up kidnapping Meryl Streep and her husband. River Wild is one of those on the edge of your seat films you can't miss. And you gotta just watch it. It happens so fast and it drags you right in. I enjoyed River Wild. Coming in at number 7, American Pie 2. Now, I know what you guys are gonna say. Come on, camp, really? American Pie? Well, American Pie 2 honestly was one of those ones that they all get together and they basically go camping at the house on the lake, and there's a lot of cool things that go on. They hang out at the beach. I know it's not a beach movie, but it's technically like them camping at the lake, and I just always enjoyed the fun humor in that film, so that's why I put it on the list. Coming in at number 6, Friday the 13th, the remake. Now you guys are really gonna bust my balls, but honestly, I would not put any Friday the 13th film in this category because those ones are very dark and it doesn't make you want to go camping. Although I love the movies, this is the only one that I honestly could put into this category, and it's not my favorite at all. It's probably one of my worst ones, but I put it into this category because it really does make me want to watch this movie in the summertime. It gives me that vibe of going to a lake, hanging out with your friends. It's just the way it was shot, and it's a feel-good summertime movie for me. And I don't know what it is, it just does it. It sold me. Every time summer rolls around, that's the one I want to put on first, even though it's the one I hate the most. Coming in at number 5, Piranha 3D. Now you guys are gonna say, Camp, why would you want to watch Piranha and then go swimming with Piranha? It's not about that, you guys. It's about the feel. Like in Piranha, they go and they get together, all the college kids, they go to the lake, they have their boats, they're partying. It just, every time I put this movie on, it makes me want to go swimming or hanging out, and it's a really good movie. I just hope someday I never encounter a piranha, because that would just suck. Coming in at number 4, Sleepaway Camp. Now you guys, Sleepaway Camp is another Friday the 13th vibe. You're gonna say, why would you want to go camping after seeing a movie like this? But honestly, Sleepaway Camp is one of those films that you find out who the killer is by the end of the movie, and it's a mystery, but it's the 80s look to it, and I just love how they have little stories of, like, they're hanging out at the lake, they're swimming, there's a lot going on in the movie, and I just, of course, it's at a campground, so that makes me want to go to the pine trees and go camping. You guys have got to see Sleepaway Camp. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's set in the 80s. The kids go swimming, they hang out at the rec hall, they're partying, they're doing a lot of everything in this movie. It makes you want to go camping, and it's one of those feel-good summertime camping movies to me. And if you haven't seen Sleepaway Camp, I highly recommend. It's one of my all-time favorites slasher horror movies. Check it out. Coming in at number 3, we have The Rainbow Tribe. Now you guys, this is a very family-oriented movie, and it's kind of cheesy, but when my kids were watching it, they got me hooked on it, and it's a really feel-good movie. And every time I watch it, I get dragged right in, and I want to watch it again as soon as it's over. It's a really good movie, and I have not much to say about it. It's kind of funny, it's kind of stupid, but give it a shot. And I thought this really fit my category. That's why I put it towards the top 3. Coming in at number 2, we have Ernest Goes to Camp. Hell yeah, if you guys have not seen Ernest Goes to Camp, then you're living under a rock. I know it's an old movie from the 80s, but you have to see it. It's funny, it's goofy, it's fun. There's also adult humor as well, but it takes place at the campground, and I just love it. It's one of my favorite camping movies of all time. Check out Ernest Goes to Camp. Coming in at number 1, my all-time favorite summertime campy feel-good movie, Whitewater Summer from 1987, starring Kevin Bacon, Sean Astin. You guys, this movie is one of those films you can watch over and over and over and over and over again, because it has a lot of realism in it, like of a guy that is the counselor for either troubled kids or parents that just want to put them in camp and get, basically drop them off and say, have a good summer. And he takes them on a tour guide through the woods, through the mountain, and he teaches them how to fish. And Sean Astin is stubborn ass. He doesn't want to be there. He gives Vic, which is Kevin Bacon, the main counselor, a lot of trouble because he doesn't want to be there, and they have like this tension throughout the whole movie. They go canoeing, they go hiking, they go mountain climbing. The soundtrack to this movie is awesome. By the end of the movie, you notice Vic turning to realize that he's only trying to help Alan, which is Sean Astin, and Alan is learning to him. He's starting to feel himself out and say, hey, I am right, this guy is an ass. But it works both ways because he's trying to do his job and he's being stubborn to him. So it's one of those movies where all the other kids step in, and it's a really good camping movie. Again, if you're into the camping and hiking and stuff, check out Whitewater Summer. Now, I know what you guys are also saying. Camp, what about Jaws? Jaws is like one of the classics. Well, Jaws is kind of on the beachy side. And, you know, everybody always talks about Jaws, so I kind of wanted to scooch that out of the way for a minute. You know what I mean? And besides, I surf and I don't like to talk about sharks. Okay, you guys, I want to say thank you for watching. If you have not yet, please subscribe. Check out my channel. I appreciate you coming to camp with me. And let's go do this, you guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay out of the woods.
Said we could work out whatever the trouble might be, and though I still want to leave, it's getting harder for me. Or maybe it's something that happened, or something you gotta go through. Losing our way in the silence was the last thing